Yeah, good Saturday afternoon to you. Fuzzy's weekend to work nights. Welcome back to Shaving with Fuzzy. I'm Fuzzy. How y'all doing today? So I understand there's going to be some bad weather coming through tonight. So, if you're in my part of the world around here, buckle down. I just got a text message from over in Lafayette saying they're expecting some severe weather coming through. So, we'll be buckled down at work. Hopefully everything goes smooth. So today's shave. So over at Toast, that's the originalsafety2.com. That's all one word. The originalsafety, the number 2.com. All SE, all the time, all single edge, just all the time, single edge and injector. That's what we do over there. This nice little corner of the internet over there, and we don't do double edge and straight razors and shavettes. Those are all unmentionables at Toast. We do single edge and injector razors. So if you like these old razors, you should pop over there and see us sometimes. It's a great group of guys. So over there we have the range. And a lot of shaving guys, or gun guys, or at least some of them are. And over there, a lot of us are. So I've got a gentleman over there who's my range master, so to speak. Actually, it's his range master. I gave him his own little section. And, you got to kind of ask for the password to get into there if you go there, but anybody can have the password. But remember, if you go in there, it's gun guys. So, yeah, expect gun guys if you go over and go into the range. You're welcome. Everybody's welcome. So, the gentleman that runs the range is also this guy with the Kramperts. Now Kramperts has nothing to do, or Toast has nothing to do with Kramperts Finest Bay Rum, Acadian Spice Shave Soap. And he also has the Frostbite, which is the menthol. Has nothing. Toast has nothing to do with his soap other than I really like his soap and I love the scent. So anyway, we're doing a kind of a brine shave today. We're going to use the soap, and Brian is a fan of the 1924, as I recall. Hope I'm remembering that right, because if not, I've just blown the whole, shave thing. But maybe he'll play along, even if he doesn't really like it. Maybe he'll say, oh yeah, it's great, that was wonderful that you did that, and play along. I don't know. But anyway, I think I got this one right. Anyway, it's 1924 is what we're going to use today. It's got about a 2-day-old street blade. Now, I am unfortunately out of the Kramperts Finest aftershave. So I'll have to use second best, which is the Virgin Island Bay Rum. This is second best to be. Kramperts is great. It's witch hazel based, so you don't have the alcohol sting if you don't like the alcohol sting, and it feels great on your face and it smells great. It's just wonderful. But anyway, Virgin Island Bay Rum from Clubman here, Pinaud, is a typical, alcohol splash, but it's got a really nice bay rum scent to it, and that's going to be great this afternoon with the stormy weather and everything. That ought to be good. For a brush, I'm still wanting to break in the Omega out of the Gulliver set, and so we're going to use that one. And as you recall, I say this every time I use this brush, but as you recall, this is the one that's got the shave stick in the handle. So we're getting the brush broke in, and it's actually doing pretty good, and we ought to be good to go. Alright, Cafe Bustelo in the old coffee mug over there. Just one of my regular old coffee mugs. Nothing special about it today. I probably should have saved my Second Amendment mug and used it today. But I don't really plan shaves ahead. I kind of get up and get moving and dig around in all my stuff and see what I'm going to use. And running across the Kramperts Finest Bay Rum soap here. Got me in the mood for some bay rum shaving today. So there we go. Boy, it's got just a nice scent. This is one of those scents that you can just walk in every once in a while when you start going through. You open up and you get you a good smell of it, and it's just nice. So as always, there's no need to bloom the soap. There's plenty of hydration from the brush. You do not need to add hydration to the soap. People ask where that comes from, by the way. Really, my original thing with blooming was Williams. Everybody wanted to do all these mysterious voodoo things to get Williams, the modern Williams, to work. And there's no need in it. Williams works just fine using it as a soap. You don't have to, there's no voodoo, there's no voodoo. You don't gotta soak the puck. You don't gotta souse the puck. You don't. So anyway, that's where the blooming started, and then I got kind of known as the anti-blooming guy, and it kind of blew out into all the other soaps and everything. But Williams is where that started. People trying to alter, and then people want to molest Williams by adding in creams and glycerin and other soaps, and don't molest the Williams. Don't do that. Alright, so while we've been sitting there explaining that, and we've got a good dose of Kramperts Finest Bay Rum going. Now if you like a good pure Bay Rum soap, you need to get some of this. And I'll say again for a disclaimer that toast has nothing to do with Kramperts Finest Bay Rum. At all. But I like it. Put a little water in. And the Frostbite is another nice soap if you're a menthol type. But I'm not really, you know, I can't say I don't like menthol or anything, but I'm not a menthol head. I don't use it as much as other people. I like boar. I shave with some menthol soaps. Yeah, we do menthol Monday around here sometimes. Matter of fact, we'll see if we do it this Monday. But I can take it or leave it. But if you are a menthol type, the Frostbite, Kramperts Finest Frostbite, might be a good soap for you. Alright, here we go with the 1924, also known as the shovel head, because it resembles the shovel head motor off of Harley Davidson motorcycle. I understand was the reason it came up with that name. Someone said it somewhere and it just picked up. As everybody knows, the 1924 is not really my favorite razor. It doesn't mean it doesn't work good, because it's a very good razor. Very easy to use, and just like all the other single edge razors, the angle's there. It's not hard to get the angle and stay on the angle. It'll give you some auditory feedback, which is always fun when you're shaving. I'm proposing to get a haircut too, looks like. And while we're on the subject of toast, you didn't know we were on the subject of toast, did you? Thank you to all the folks who have jumped in over there. We've gotten some new members here recently. Some people sign up and just read and go through and look. I see that they signing in, but they're not posting anything. They just want to come read and see. I think that's great. I think that's outstanding. Come over and visit. Remember, when you're at Toast, we'll just make this an ad for Toast today. Remember, when you're at Toast, that up at the top there's a button that says Old Site. The original safety, the original site is a read-only archive now. But there's also a ton of really good information. That was the original site. And there's a little history over on Toast that tells about it, but that was the original site. And then when I started Toast, I couldn't merge the two sites or anything, and so I made the original site a read-only site because I didn't want to lose all that information. So when you're at Toast, at the top there's one that says Old Site, and you can click on that and go through and read through the old site. Also, especially if you're looking for specific information on a razor or whatever, go over there and do a search over there. And there's a lot of really, really good information over there. All right. Like I said, the 24, just because I don't like it, it's not, well, I don't know. I try not to say I don't like a razor, but just because it's not my favorite, how's that? Again, that doesn't mean that it's not a good razor. I mean, it does a great job. Get some of this good old cross the grain stuff. Now one thing it does, and it did it with it right there, is for me, and some people say they don't notice it, some people say they notice it, but for me, the head will hold a lot of water, and then all of a sudden you're up on your face going through there and it dumps a bunch of water in the lather. I don't think it particularly hurts anything a lot of times, but it's just something to remember. I try to make sure when I rinse the razor that I give it a little shake and get any water out of the head. Like I said, some people say they don't even notice that. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know at all. And, well, y'all can about guess what I did. You remember I've been saying that I needed some more witch hazel. And, Fuzzy ran out of witch hazel. Oh, well. There we go. Fuzzy's out of witch hazel again. It happens. Even had people remind me in the comments, and I wrote myself a note. Not sure where that note is, but I did write a note. Well, I tell you what we're going to do. I'm a big fan of the Kramperts anyway. And the truth be told, there's not a whole lot to clean up as usual, but it is routine. So we're going to put some more Kramperts on here around the goatee and in front of the ears here where we normally run a little extra pass and down under the neck. And, well, hell, we'll just make it a pass. Why not? Look at that. All right. That's going to be our touch-up pass today. We're just going to come in and come under our neck where we usually get a few little buffing going on there. Buffing's these little short strokes. If you're having problems with an area, don't put any pressure, just light. Remember, all this stuff is pressure and angle. Light pressure and a good angle. We're going to back under the goatee here. Boy, I can tell you already this is a good shave. Well, they're all good shaves. They really are. Oops, didn't shake the razor out. We always have good shaves. Now, if you want to, if you have a problem going against the grain, I don't do against the grain. I'm not after BBS, because it just doesn't stay very long. But you can even pull you up some tight skin and sit there and buff down a little bit. Nice shallow angle. And you can come across if that's what you like to do. Not what I like to do. But if it's what you like to do, you could do that. Alright, we're going to call that the shave then. My coffee cup sitting there going there, hey, David, you've been sitting there talking and, you know, I ain't getting any lower. Now, the coffee cup really doesn't talk to me. I don't hear voices like that. It's, you know, that's a rumor. Voices in my head speak Greek. I don't understand them. They seem really happy though, sitting there chattering better than voices. You know. Ah, the Cafe Bustelo. That sure is some good stuff. So here's what we came up with today. Have a look there. Nice, nice, nice smooth state. The 24, you know, the shovel head. And we call it a 1924 because that was the patent year, 1924. So, you know, the shovel head does a real good job. And they open in the back. And you got the blade there. And we're going to take that blade out and dry it off. And it's not hard cleaning the blade. So there I took the blade out and hold it by the spine. Kind of give it a little swish in the tank. And while we still got it by the spine, we're going to grab it with an old towel there. And we're going to rub. And since I don't use coated blades, I don't got to worry about rubbing the Teflon off. Did you know that's why a double-edged blade says, do not wipe the blade? Because you'll wipe the Teflon off. That's what I heard. So anyway, nice dry blade. It's ready to go back and it'll be good to go for the next shave. And then we take the old razor and we rinse it off and we dry it as we go. This is always my end of the shave routine. You know, and then I clean up the brush. And you get the brush cleaned up, you get it dried off, and then you set it aside where it'll finish drying off overnight. And that's a routine. Doesn't seem that hard, does it? I don't want to use them carbon blades. You know, they rust, and you got to dry them off, and I may cut my fingers. Don't got to cut your finger. You know, got a stiff back to it. Just saying. Alright, so let's get the brush back in the water. We start cleaning. Let's splash on a little bit of this here Virgin Island Bay Rum by Pinaud. Now there's other Bay Rums out there, and it's been a while since I tried any of them. I used to use Masters Bay Rum when I was a young man. That's what the local barbershop carried. And before I actually even got into this stuff, I had used some of the Bay Rum, and I remember it being pretty good. But I think the Pinaud to me is, I know the Pinaud's good. I use this stuff all the time. So there we go. That's going to be today. We're going to, jump in the shower and then get ready and go to work and go put up with the storms tonight and see what happens. Sometimes storms and a chemical plant don't really go together that well, but hopefully everything will be okay. So, y'all keep on having good times out there. If you're in the path of some bad weather, hunker down, have a good night. Hope you got your supplies ready. Old Fuzzy here is about half survivalist. I got all kinds of stuff to make it through storms and things, and so far it's always worked out for me. And I got a phone call coming in, so we're gonna say goodbye to y'all, and happy shades.